How did bulimia start for me? I was 19 years old. I was in my last year of high school. Yes, I graduated late because in Costa Rica you start later with elementary school, and then when I moved to an international school system, I had to... I'm noticing that I'm telling you the story of my education so that you don't think I'm dumb because I graduated so late, but it doesn't matter. So I was in my senior year. I was 19 years old, quite mature, and that's when I received a few comments from the man I was dating about my weight. He kept questioning me like, well, if you're so happy, how come you cannot control food? If you take vitamins but you don't eat healthy, and you know, the little things. And remember the whole story about the topless, walking around topless. So for me, vomiting has never been a big deal because when I was a little girl I always vomited in cars. So I started playing with it like, oh well, that's what bulimics do, so I might as well try it one time. And so I overate, or I stuffed myself, and I tried it. And it started like a game. It wasn't very, it wasn't as desperate as one might think it could start. It just, you know, something I can do sometimes. And I remember that after a while, when I noticed that I was playing with it a little bit more than normal, I mentioned it to my dear high school friend Karina, and she made me promise, do not do it again, stop it. And I promised that I would stop it, and I didn't, obviously. So that's how it started, and it kept on happening. Years went by, and it just turned into something I used to do. I used to have episodes where I would do it every day for a whole month, and then I would stop. You know, the mind is very smart, and it's about to rain again. So the mind is very smart, and I was able to fool myself intelligently in the sense that I saw bulimia as something I do sometimes. I don't have a problem. I'm not bulimic. So I finally admitted to myself that I was bulimic after watching a show of women who were in their deathbeds, you know, with IVs. They were almost dying, and everything they had to say about themselves was what I felt about myself. And that's when I knew that's me. It's been 7 years, and I just started bawling, and I remember how horrible it was for me to admit I am bulimic. It's like saying I never learned anything. And that was a tough thing for me to admit. I immediately went downstairs and told my father, and you know, I remember feeling this huge strength or power within myself saying, okay, I'll admit it, but this is the end of it. Even if I have to crawl in hell, but this is the end of my bulimia and my pain.